veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, 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 la 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 la. La 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 la. 'Cause I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, oh, and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, oh, la 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 la. La 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 la. veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh,
Yes, good people, big up to all of you. I appreciate you all once again for finding the time to be with me for another edition of the Blue Morning Show. Yes, it's still morning for me. It's still 11:41 a.m. Las Vegas time, and I do hope you're all doing well. Today we'll talk about the rumor that Chelsea's are planned to beat a Liverpool goalkeeper Kelleher, and also Ordóñez, the Ecuadorian international. And also we'll discuss why Mudryk is going nowhere. And as the show progresses, if anything new emerges, be rest assured this will be the first place you'll hear about it. Keep dropping the likes on the show, people. The likes do go a long way. Once again, thank you to all of you. We have 73 people following the show, but only 6 of those on YouTube, the rest on X. If you're following the show on X, just know that we appreciate you. And if you don't mind, please take a second, drop a like on the video for us, and also do follow our X account to help us get to 5,000 followers as soon as possible. And on YouTube, you already know what to do. Drop a like on the video and also subscribe to our YouTube account. So let's see. We have Oladipo Mesole Jude. We did find time to talk today. It's been a minute, but nice to see you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. What else do we have here? Viktor, coach, your channel has helped me in more ways than you can imagine. Thank you. Wow, that is moving. And I sincerely do appreciate it. And I'm happy we're here to have a good conversation. Your opinion matters here. All we ask of you is just to keep it civil. So thank you, Viktor, for letting me know. That makes me happy. It encourages me. Even though I don't make millions from this, I'd still do it for people like you, appreciating what we do. I'm not a Chelsea fan up the palace. Total Football, nice to see you. It looks like you have a YouTube channel. Maybe we can collaborate. We talk football here, so it doesn't matter whether you're a Chelsea fan or not. If you love football, you love football. Your opinion matters. Big up to you too, Ty. Nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. Viktor calling coach, Dr. Phil. Yeah, exactly. But still a good thing. I like it. It doesn't matter. He appreciates what we do here. It's not just me. It's you. It's Tobejo. It's Constantine Dundee. It's Bobby, the legendary Bobby. All of you here are you're all the reason why people collectively the reason why people like a Chelsea perspective. Not just me. Yep. You diversify opinion and all that. And time's up. Coach, do we? Colin, what's it? If you want to join the panel, you can hit me up via Twitter. I'll send the link to you so you can join in, or maybe later on I'd share the link to the panel in the comment section, but not right now. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yep, we're here to talk football and we can collaborate in the future. So keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes that do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. YouTube these days is slow. Hopefully that improves with time. So without wasting much of your time, I'm going to go to the presentation window. Let's do this. The first person, I want to do something quickly here. It's Vince's Vince's birthday. We don't agree on everything, but at least it's open-minded. So let's do this. Let's celebrate him before we move on. We're gonna do this. I need to share this again. Give me 1 second, people. Yeah, my brother will say that's already 2 seconds. All right, let's celebrate Vince. It's his birthday today, but I'm not going to celebrate him here. Let's refresh, see if it shows that again. The balloons popping. Um, One sec. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. 83 people following the show. Only 5 on YouTube. That's a really, really, really weird right there. Okay, there you go. The balloons. It's Vincent's birthday. Happy birthday to you, Vince. I appreciate how you supported my growth on X. Thank you so much, brother. Do I have to say I might eventually leave that platform if it doesn't improve? Don't shove what I don't want to see up my throat. I don't like that. But that's by the way. Let's go back to where we have the celebrate. How do you pronounce celebratory? You can say bells and whistles to celebrate Vince's birthday. So Vince, once again, if you're watching, I don't know if you're watching. Happy birthday to you. There you go. The balloons. Fireworks for you also, my friend. Happy birthday to you. And thank you for being a humble person. Yeah, sometimes you have too strong of opinions for me, but yeah, we're entitled to all our respective opinions, and that's what makes us individuals. Yeah, once again, Vince, happy birthday to you. I appreciate you for how you've supported my growth, just the perspectives growth on X. Thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough. But that's by the way, without wasting much of your time, we will start addressing the items we have lined up. And the first one here talks about Chelsea have announced a strategic partnership with South Korean digital platform Nava. I guess you pronounce that Nava or Never. I'm not sure. I'm not. I don't speak Korean, but yeah, good news there. More financial revenue for the club. The tie-up will see the launch of an official CFC Nava TV channel. Wow, that's good. So I'm not sure again how much we're gonna make from that, but it's a good development. As long as we make some money from there. And Total Football saying happy birthday to Vince. Vince, happy birthday to you. And I have my bro here, Jude Egbon, my brother, my New York bro, my Niger brother, Ekubadu. And he says a shout out to Chelsea Sessions, Mabasa Fawale, to Beho, and Culture for making Chelsea FC jingles streaming a very interesting one yesterday. And everyone who stopped by. Here's the thing, we're family. You do join the panel a lot here whenever time allows. And we appreciate that. And hopefully, again, next time you schedule a show, you let me know. And you've adjusted your settings to allow YouTubers to redirect people to your shows once there's a live shows, once their live show ends. But yeah, it's all love. We grow together. Selflessness is the reason why we're all growing. But that's, by the way, more importantly, I do appreciate you all. And we're getting closer and closer to 24,000 subscribers. And I appreciate that. If you're in the comment section, let's see. I don't know the sort of partnership this is. It doesn't say anything about money. What about okay, nothing yet. And it's okay, not too much comments under that because it's not, you can say, directly related to football. That's great. And what about the shirt sponsor? We totally forgot about that. I think they're working on it. Probably not in a hurry to accept any deal that comes their way. The new owners, we had the opportunity to work with Allianz. We refused that. We didn't accept that. We have anything. Okay, still no front of shirt sponsor. That will come. And I'm quite sure the reason being we're just not in a hurry for one right now. So I don't care too much. That's not too much of a concern for me. Let's move on to the next item we have lined up. And one thing I can assure you, once we're through, again, once we're done addressing the items we have lined up, we will go news hunting as usual on Vincent's X feed. And if we don't see anything there, then we can call it a day. No need to waffle, you can say, on non-important items or news. And Total Football saying, Coach, I think Gyökeres will go to Manchester United. Again, they are in need of a striker. Zeki, not informer. What are your thoughts? Form is never permanent. Yeah, from at one point, from comes, from goes, and one point it comes back again. I don't think that because Zeki not being informed and pushed to sign Gyökeres, and there's no guarantee he does well in the Premier League. Maybe he will because he played in the Championship. The Championship, in my opinion, can be tougher than the Premier League itself. Although more quality in the Premier League, that's you can say huge distinction. But Houston, they have Highland too. I don't think it makes sense for them to sign him. If they push him to sign Gyökeres or Osimhen as reported, which means they'd let one of either Ziki or Highland leave. So I don't think it's a signing that makes sense for them. And Gyökeres is not going to come cheap. There aren't shortage of clubs looking to sign Gyökeres, which means he'll have better. He's going to have. He's going to have better. He's going to have a lot of offers on the table to choose from, which means that will push Man United, who we've learned in recent weeks, in recent months, that they're trying to lower their wage bill. Right now, it's a huge concern for them. So, for the reasons I've mentioned, at the moment, I don't believe they push to sign him. Plus, we did address a report a few days ago that said something to the effect of Amorim not interested in signing Sporting CP players. Yeah, so I'm not sure he goes to Man United. If anything, he's more likely to join Chelsea than Manchester United, in my opinion. But yeah, the rumors it will be everywhere right now. Silly season is close. This you can say a month and a half or so. So we're getting there. But I don't think he goes to United. For me, it's Ruben Amorim that makes me think he will go there. It did make me think like that, but after seeing the reports out there and making sense of the fact that you say, considering the fact that they have two strikers who are good players, but they just need time. And they've proven they're actually on their day they can finish quite well. Big up to you too, Mike and Noom. Nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. And the legendary Bobby is in the house. Bobby, I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. The first item we're looking at here is the announcement that we've established a strategic partnership with a South Korean digital platform, Nava. I haven't done my research. I don't know what they do. Nava or Never, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. I don't speak Korean. The tie-up will see the launch of an official CFC Nava TV channel. Wow. So that's huge. Whatever it is, I do know one thing. Probably another way for the club to make money. I don't know if you have anything to say about that before we move to the next item, Bobby.
Yeah, it's big up, coach. And just before I answer, I might be dropping out suddenly. I'm having all sorts of calls that I sort of need to attend to, but
Yeah,
at the moment it's a
business
bit
first.
quiet.
Business first.
Uh,
Yeah, I know
uh,
you do this for love, so you don't make money out of it. So business first. Go ahead.
yeah, I mean, this is just another money making venture. It's very welcome.
Mhm.
I would love there to be a Chelsea TV channel. I was part of the original Chelsea TV, which actually started before Roman Abramovich. So that is a very wonderful thing for the club to have. If they follow anything near that format, it will be a very, very successful channel indeed. In fact, I'm sure it'll be stronger because Chelsea fan base is now global. And back in those days, it was global, but nowhere near what it is now. So that'll be interesting. It's a good move. Hopefully, depending if they can get us some games to watch, we can get away from the crazy commentaries and punditry that we have to endure from our local cable TV networks. So yeah, let's see, let's watch this space. But you know, it's definitely more a financial thing for the club, and of course, we all know that the club needs to generate revenue. So yeah.
Yeah, a good development. A good development, and I'm happy. Hopefully, we'll get a front of shirt sponsor as soon as possible. But I'm quite sure that we don't have one now. It's not for lack thereof. It's just because, yeah, we not the one don't want to. You can say undersell the club's value. Which was why we refused to offer from Allianz at the time. People were going, why didn't we take it? And then we got a better deal with Infinite Athlete. But thank you, Bobby. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Jude Mesole saying good day to you. He was hoping you'd join us because we all went to his channel yesterday. He did the live stream. He was hoping you'd join us. I told him you were probably busy. Maybe next time. Let's move
Definitely
on.
next time. I have to apologize. I did get distracted quite a bit last night.
Yeah, and bills don't pay themselves. I think he understands himself. He's quite a busy man himself. The next item we have lined up here talks about Chelsea are reportedly ready to meet Liverpool's £35 million valuation for, how do you pronounce his last name? Uh, Caoimhín Kelleher in the summer transfer window. And the second paragraph clearly veins his own opinion. He's saying, I'm not sure if that is true, but at least he's more stable than Sanchez. However, I'm not sure we need to buy another goalkeeper. We need to look at what we have. I think the latter part of the second paragraph, I do like that. We have Mike Penda, who, if you listen to people talk about him, you'd know that he's such a talent. I get it, but he's still very young. Even Petrovic is doing well. I don't know why Maresca didn't give him a chance. Jorgensen, I'm quite sure, will sign him to eventually become the number one. I'm still harboring that belief because he finishes the 23 or 24 season better than Sanchez and Petrovic. And even, I think he finished that particular season, better than Kelleher himself. I don't know. But to be honest, there's a subsequent report here by the transfer guru himself, Fabrizio Romano, refuting that particular report, linking us with the move for Kelleher. Fabrizio Romano is saying Chelsea are currently not working on deal to sign Kelleher from Liverpool, despite recent links. No discussions with any other goalkeeper at this stage. And I don't think we'd move for another goalkeeper. I think we'd look inwards. We do have talent, in my opinion. But Bobby, let's hear you.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those. I really don't know what to make of that story. It seems unlikely to me, to be honest.
It's unlikely, really. I know he's good, probably. I'd say better than Sanchez, but it just wouldn't make sense to sign another goalkeeper. We have Petrovic. You could argue he's as good as Kelleher himself. Jorgensen, as good too, probably, in my opinion, better on the ball than Kelleher himself. But yeah, of course, silly season is getting close. We're getting there, so we'll be linked with every good player out there, in my opinion. We'll move on from this. If you're in the comment section, if you have, let's hear your thoughts on Chelsea being linked with a move with Liverpool second choice goalkeeper. Actually, to be more specific, he's the one guarding the sticks for them because I think Allison is injured, and I'm not sure when he's gonna return. Let's see. Then we have this particular item here. Things I think reporting saying let's see. Sorry, I forgot to check what Chelsea fans are saying here. Uh, Chelsea Forum is saying gun to the head is better than Sanchez. Wow. And Apia is saying he's nowhere near Chelsea standard. I threw the rumors in the bin as soon as you heard it. Who else? Anybody else saying anything else? Thank God he's good, but he's another Sanchez. We don't need him. And the fact that he's Liverpool's second choice goalkeeper doesn't make sense. But that doesn't, you can say, that doesn't mean he's not a good goalkeeper. He's well. I think he's done well in my opinion. Sporting directors who won't who won't right their wrongs. We won't ever challenge with Sanchez. I'm guessing. Sanchez is better. This guy here is saying we already have like a 5 goalkeepers. Please don't need anyone. Here's the thing. I don't like the argument. You can say that prioritizes how many goalkeepers we have within our ranks. You can have 10 goalkeepers. What if the 10 goalkeepers in question are all horse dung? You should go for another goalkeeper. So I prefer quality over quantity. Bobby, let me get your thoughts here. The fact that we have like, let's say 20 goalkeeper. Does that mean we shouldn't look to sign a good goalkeeper?
It doesn't mean we shouldn't look to sign a good goalkeeper if a good goalkeeper comes along. I don't know if this guy, you've made a solid point. The fact that he's Liverpool's backup
Mhm.
keeper it's not very complimentary, and we don't have bad goalkeepers. Um, so I don't know. I don't know. I really this is one story I don't really have that much to say about it. I don't even think it's true. Um, but I don't have an opinion as such because I don't see it doesn't make that much sense to me. And I can't say I know that much about the keeper. I know he had a good performance against us. That's about it.
Yeah, and let's get more fans' opinion there below responses to that particular report. This here from Leicester saying no discussion with any goalkeeper, quote unquote. Why not? Chelsea literally have the worst goalkeeper in the top half of the table and maybe in the league. If Kelleher is available to leave in January, they need to get him. As an absolute priority. Wow. Okay, it depends on who you ask. I'm guessing he'll upgrade their goalkeeping department. They have 10 goalkeepers. These are not Chelsea fans, as you can see there. So we're gonna move on from that particular one. There, let's go to the next item we have lined up this year, showing the work resumed in Surrey with eyes on this Saturday's trip to the King Power Stadium to face Leicester City in our return to Premier League action, with small flurries of snow haven't come down in the morning. The squad took to both the gym and the grass to start their second session of the week. Okay, and we in the picture we can see Benoit Badiashile, that's Axel Disasi, that's Wesley Fofana. Two pictures I can't see much. Um, All right, I can't read that. All right, I'm gonna move on from that item. Let's go to this one here. Talks about Chelsea are showing an interest in Club Brugge's 20-year-old defender Joel Ordóñez. With the Blues set to make a move in the winter market. That's January. I don't know him. I haven't actually watched him play before. But yeah, we have a bit of stats showing us how well he's done so far this season. I'm not sure why we're looking to sign him, but if we're serious about signing him, then the directors must have seen something we don't see. And here is his current 24-25 season statistics. He wears the number 4 shirts. Nobody needs to know that. Preferred foot is right foot. He's 20. He's from Ecuador. Market value is 6.5 million euros. Goals none, assists none. He started 9 games. He played 10 match in total. Okay, since he started 9, so he made 1 substitute appearance. Minutes played 770 minutes. Average rating is 6.50. Yellow cards 2. Red cards none. What else do we have to see here? No, anything important here? Okay, let's see anything important. Okay, I expected goal 0.15. I expected non-penalty XG 0.15. Shots 3 in total. Let's see anything important here. Successful passes is 522. Looks like he gets involved in a lot of passes for 770 minutes. If he's made 522 total successful passes, that's huge. Pass accuracy is 92%. I don't know him well enough because usually I pay attention if the player is in question is one that orchestrates a lot of safe option passes, sideways, backwards. I don't know him too well enough to know whether that's the case. Accurate long balls, 38. Long ball accuracy, 61%. That's actually fine. Chances created 3 in total. A center back. That's good. Dribble success. Successful dribbles 2 in total. Touches 600 and dribble success is 100%. touch is six, but he doesn't. The volume is important. He doesn't attempt dribbles a lot. Touches in opposition box 5. This was as 5 times. Fouls 1, 5. What is this important here to look at? Okay, tackles 1. 50% of his attempted tackles. 4 in total in how many minutes? Okay, doesn't attempt much. Volume is important to consider. Duels 1, 48.3%. Success. Not bad, but at least up to 50% would be nice. Area duels 113 in total. Area duels 156%. So he's doing well in that department. Interceptions 14 in total. Block shot 1. Fouls committed 12 in total. Recoveries 25. Dribbled past 3 times in 1,000 in 700 and something minutes. That's not bad. Yellow cards 2. So yeah, still 20. So for me, I wouldn't say he's a bad player, not going by the numbers, but I need to see him. And I'm not into watching YouTube uh, clips and then arguing whether a player is good or not. I need to see him play for 90 minutes. I've learned, again, I've been in this game for a while now to know that it's important to watch the player play for 90 minutes because YouTube clips are just clips of things he did right. Unkwa, oh yeah, I thought again. How could I have forgotten those things? Mr. Nkwa, Joseph, nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. One day, I appreciate you finding the time to join us. Thank you so much. He's way better than Sanchez, and you're talking about Kelleher. Kelleher's case will be like Cole Palmer's. Wow, that's a bold statement right there. I'm not sure who. I'm. It'd be difficult. I don't. Again, it will take a while for us to make the sort of signing there. Well, can be young as Cole Palmer was before we signed him, and be able to perform at the level that Cole Palmer has performed so far at Chelsea. I think it'd be difficult for anyone to measure that fit, in my opinion. We'll move on to the next item we have lined up here. We don't have too much lined up. That's because not so much is happening. Once we're through with addressing with what we have lined up, we'll go news hunting on Vincent's ex-wall. And by the way, we celebrated Vince's birthday with fireworks and balloons. And if you're there in the chat, or if you're watching, if you have a sibling, co-worker, a family member, a friend who's celebrating his or her birthday, do let us know. We can shout them out for you. Pop the balloons and fireworks. But thank you there. This particular report here reads, and before we do that, we have 132 people watching, only 11 of those on YouTube, the rest on X. And if you're following the show on X, do us a favor, please kindly drop a like on the video, share it, and also follow our X account to help us reach our 5,000 followers as soon as possible. We're getting closer and closer to that. This report reads, Mykhailo Mudryk is being monitored by Premier League clubs ahead of January. Chelsea could accept a potential offer. I don't believe that. Football Insider, for me, this is absolute house dunk in my opinion. I don't think Chelsea are looking to sell him. He's improved. He's actually doing a lot better than he did under our 2 previous managers, our immediate ex and the one before. In my opinion, this guy, that's a good footballer in there. He's done well. That's the reason why Arsenal wanted him. I think, yeah, with him manage to start a life as a Chelsea player, I think that's an issue. That's the reason why he struggled. But yeah, he's picking up form, creating chances more than usual. Looks up, don't just run. He just these days just doesn't run down the flanks. He does that with papers. And defensively, he's improving. Yes, my bro is in the house. The blue Tiff again. Big up to you, bro. He's joined us and he shared the link to our X account. Please go there, follow us, help us get to 5,000 followers as soon as possible. Bobby, let me get your thoughts on the rumors suggesting that Mudryk would be sold. This is not the first time, actually. Rumors were that he was going to be sold in the summer, even last January transfer window. And again, the rumors are starting to emerge. I'd say usually, I think clubs, in most cases, if they're like a player, they sponsor such briefs to test the waters to see if the club, if Chelsea are looking to sell that player in question, the player in question. But let's hear you, Bobby.
In a word, nonsense.
Mm.
it's just not true. You know, yeah, I believe clubs sponsor that because they know that it's just like L'Equipe, you know, international break. You put one silly story out there, and Chelsea fans will run with it. You know, anybody else will look at this and just put it in the bin. But we give legs to these sort of stories. Well, it makes no sense. Makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Chelsea have many enough players that are not in the squad itself that are up for sale. Why on earth would we want to weaken our squad at this point in time and get rid of a player that we have been developing effectively all season? I can't really offer much to this coach. It's nonsense. It's
Yeah,
just
it
not
just
true.
doesn't make sense.
No.
Yeah, but that's why we're here. Again, we do bring up reports, address it. I try to come to a sensible conclusion on what's possible and what's not. So to me, that's absolute horse dung. If anything, clubs are sponsoring that to test the waters to see if Chelsea are looking to sell Mykhailo Mudryk. And at this point, I'd say no, not after he's improved as again as he is. He's making good again. He's improving by game. Okay, by every game he gets to play. Chelsea, okay, this is Chelsea 25-26 kit expected look, something similar, plain and not too much design, not bad. And it looks like we're doing away with the secular crest. That's what. Yep, that's my understanding there. It was a gradual process. They so during promos, players participating in club activities. They wore shirts with crest that's not in secular form. I think this is actually good. It's simple and it's nice. The brand is popular enough that when you see that lion there with I think it was a torch, you'd know that it's Chelsea Football Club. So it's not no I don't think it's any issues changing it to be just the lion with the torch. I think it's good. I like it. It's simpler. I'm not sure what to make of the jersey yet because I can't quite see it. This is just somebody's, you could say, how to predicting how they believe the Chelsea 25-26 season kit will look. But Bobby, your thoughts on the crest actually, because we can't really talk about the kit there because we're not too sure how it's going to look. But the crest, I think, yeah, signs are they want to change it to something similar to this. But let's hear you, Bobby.
Can you magnify? Is it that crest that they've got on the third kit?
Yeah, you can say yeah, it's that. Yeah, this one here, you see, with just the lion with the torch. I think is that a torch?
It's a staff, isn't it? A
Is
lion
that
and
a
a
staff? Yeah,
staff.
you could call it a staff, not a torch. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I like
Well,
it
you
really.
know, every so often Chelsea change their badge. You know, Roman did it with a circle around it, copying the old model of the old Chelsea pensioners. This is like going back to the 1970s. Every so often, Chelsea modify their badge. So long as it remains the badge that we know, I don't have a problem with it. I think it's okay.
Yeah, because that's actually the main defining component of that crest. The circular version is just a lion and the staff. Thank you for correcting me. That it's not a torch. The other thing there is just the two stars and the name of the club. Which man, the club is popular enough not to rely on how you can say the crest being part of the name of the club being part of the crest doesn't really make any difference in my opinion. But thank you, Bobby. It looks good, but I'm not going to comment on the kit yet because I'm not too sure. Let's see what people has to say here. I think it's something new we start. We try to see what people has to say about every report that we choose to address. I think it makes sense. It makes the show more inclusive. Let's see. We'll never play half of 2024 yet. And the detail is in what this guy didn't say. His name is Welt. we haven't even played half of 2024 yet, and you're talking about 25, 26 kids. Yeah, I mean, it happens. The EPL title is going to bang in this jersey. Wow. Okay. I'm like I said, I'm not going to comment on this jersey. If anything, the only thing I can get from it is that it will be plain. They're not going to be patterns on it. Um, let's see what else we have here. Anything? Any interesting comment here? Oluwashon says, "Yeah, that's it." Okay. Are people getting way too comfortable with this sponsor? Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Some people are sometimes the way they speak of us not having a front of shirt sponsor yet, it makes me sick. Should we, because we don't have a sponsor, and just you can say accept whatever offer that comes our way? We're not that club. And we don't want to. You can say short sell ourselves, or maybe sell. You can say the value of the club for for nothing, uh, for penny. It just doesn't make sense. It can never be this. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna pay attention to the kit itself, but I'm paying attention to something over time. A pattern has emerged. Looks like they're pushing to change the crest. Nike got to do better. This guy says he loves it. Nike is making rubbish jersey for us. This guy said, "Ooh, I am curious to see it. I love seeing new football kits. Do you know what it looks like? Or where I can find a picture?" So yeah, this guy doesn't believe in what he's saying there. But the only thing that again caught my interest is the crest. It's that shows that eventually we're moving towards using just the lion and the staff. Chelsea big money, small creativity. Adidas will be fire. No be kit be no problem. Okay, wow, it's so simple and awesome. I like simplicity, honestly. Um, maybe because I'm into design too. There's a saying that says, "Keep it simple, stupid," and people will like it even more. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. And Vic is in the house. Nice to see you. But we are losing revenue. Half bread is better than none. Typical Nigerian. And you had to use you had to use you had to use a bread emoji, right? All right. Any update from you, Vic? I'd really appreciate that. Let's see. Any update from anybody. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the chat. I'll try to address it. If I cannot, I'll pretend that I can't see your comment and move on to the next one. Feyenoord have joined the race for Cesare Casade and are ready to launch a real move to convince the player to join the Eredivisie. Eredivisie. Today I'm determined to pronounce it and not just say the Dutch league. Bobby, I know we've talked about this. This kid is good, but he's not going to be playing enough to be developing properly, and that's a concern for me. But let's see what happens. There's still time. The season is still a long way to go. But he's going to have, again, let's see what happens. He chose to stay. He said that during an interview. I hope he plays, and even if he takes the place of any one of our starting midfielders, I wouldn't mind. He's good enough, and he brings height and physicality to our midfield. But let's see what happens. Really, I don't have much to say about that. I'm not his agent, really. So lots of news. I think I have a lot to make. A lot more YouTube shots, which helps the channel grow a lot. So lots of news there. The Cesare Casade news will be a good one. If you have any update for us, put it in the chat, and it'd be interesting to see. Let's see what else we have here. What wasn't big? Any updates? Bread is bread. And I ate a lot of agege bread, honestly. My time in Lagos, agege bread and ewa. Yeah, bread and ewa was my thing. I liked it. The way they cook it, mashed up somewhat. Just you could say well done, maybe. That's why mashed up isn't the correct word for it. AC Milan want they want him to. Are you asking a question? Let me look at that report again. This says Feyenoord have joined the race for Cesare Caside and are ready to launch a real move to convince the player to join the Eredivisie. I'm gonna start pronouncing it. I'm not gonna dodge pronouncing it and say Dutch league. So, yeah, I haven't seen any reports suggesting that AC Milan are interested in signing him. Yeah, people. Who's this? Okay, Cole Palmer's boot. Okay, today's training session. That's Jadon Sancho. That's Ben Chilwell. I'm quite sure that's what's the name? Nani Matic there because of the beanie. Yep, I'm quite sure. We have 140 people watching, but only 12 of those on YouTube. The rest on X. If you're following the show on X, thank you so much. Sincerely do appreciate you. But do us a favor. Follow our X account to help us to reach a 5,000 followers. Would really appreciate that, and share the video too. But if you don't mind, also join us on YouTube and also subscribe to our YouTube account. Let's say Steve Nicole here. Steve Nicole on Raheem Sterling at Arsenal. Yeah, and I can't stop laughing. I'm not sure what to say here. This guy went to Arsenal. He didn't shut up and start saying something to the effect of showing us what we're missing. I'm, I'm not sure what to make of that. Look at him now. He's again always on the bench for them. Probably I think Mikel Arteta did give him the opportunity to impress actually, but he didn't take those opportunities. Looked lost in the game. So again, in that particular game, I remember watching him play for Arsenal. So I'm not sure. Uh, what? I'm gonna take this call, Dante. Just give me 1 second, please. There's something important. All right. Let's see what else we have here. Dante, thank you for joining us. I appreciate you finding the time to be with us. I hope you're recovering well. Still celebrating the fact that it was a successful surgery, and I'm happy for you. Captain of the house, by the way. If, for those of you who don't like hearing that. Tyler me alone. But that's a big up to you. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. And your signal looks as strong as wow, that's shocking. I've never seen it this strong.
Yeah, big up, coach. Yeah, it looks
Big up
like
to
it's
you.
full bars. I don't know what's happening. It
Yeah,
must have upgraded to the McDonald's. Who knows?
yeah, even stronger than mine. Mine is
Wow,
one bar less than yours. Yeah,
interesting.
honestly.
Big up, Bobby as well. Bobby's here. Big up, Bobby, and everyone
Yeah,
in the
big
chat.
up, big
Yeah,
up. Here are
thanks.
the items we've talked about here. We talk about the sponsor. We did talk about Chelsea's rumored interest in Keller. That we're preparing for a 35 million pounds bid. I think that one maybe. Do you have anything to say to that? I don't. We've talked about. You say it just wouldn't make sense for us to sign another goalkeeper because we still have goalkeepers within our ranks that are good. As much as I agree that we have 10 goalkeepers doesn't mean if we see one that would do better than all of them, we shouldn't sign them. But I don't think Kella is that guy. But let's hear you.
No, I don't think he's that guy either. Again, just rumors, coach. Just going around rumors. It's international break. It's a bit slow, so this is what's going around at the moment. I don't believe it. I don't think we would go for him. It doesn't really make too much sense, to be honest. He's not really like such a ball playing goalkeeper. So even though he's not too bad, he's not
Jorgensen is better than him on the ball. Let's start. We can start with that really.
way better. Yes. So that's why it doesn't make sense, first of all. So as soon as I heard it, I'm like, all right, yeah, keep linking us with every player available in the league, no problems. But yeah, it doesn't make sense at all. No, 100%. I don't believe it. It's just silly rumors that are going around.
Yeah, and I think we should actually compare him with our current goalkeepers really.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. Um, he doesn't really play that much either, does he, Kelleher? So look, I think this has come up maybe because when he has played against us, he's looked good every time he's played against us. He's always in the cup final and a few games that he's played against us, right when Allison was injured. Yeah, he's
Mm.
looked good. He's played well, and I think that's probably added to it as well. But because we are apparently, we need everyone thinks we need a keeper and blah blah blah, which we know we do, but not now. I don't see that now. Not with having bought. If we didn't buy Jorgensen, maybe there's a little chance, but we already bought Jorgensen for that reason.
Yeah. So let's look for Kelleher. Okay, is this C Kelleher 24-25? Let's go with that. We can actually go back and do 23-24. So let's do Jorgensen. Let's
You
see.
love this new data MB Pro, don't you?
Yeah, I paid them the pro. What do I? I had to pay the pro version because pop-ups won't let me do that, and I like spider graphs. Even when
Yeah, it's good.
whatever
It's not
I
a bad
do.
one. It's not a bad one.
Sorry.
It's not a bad one. You got to pay for it, which is good. So
Yeah.
it means it's pretty good if
So
you got to pay for it. Yeah.
yeah, Jorgensen. Jorgensen doesn't have 24-25 stats. So let's go back maybe for let's do this. Let's go there. Yeah. Kelleher played 505 minutes. That's the disparity is too much really. While Jorgensen played 3,619 minutes for Villarreal. But Jorgensen beats him, he actually enveloped him except for two metrics. Except for passes, volume, probably volume. This is volume, no percentage there, so it's not success.
It's volume.
Aerial dominance, like high claims. And Dante, can we talk about that? It doesn't look like Jorgensen orchestrates a lot of high claims. It does.
He
Even
doesn't
Sanchez
because
beats him in that department.
coach, because he punches, but he gets to the ball and he punches the balls away. Whereas Sanchez a lot of times tries to go to grab it, but he's nowhere near it. So I would have my keeper rather punching it, getting there, and getting it far away, than Sanchez getting up there and flapping about and falling around over everyone, claiming a
Mm.
foul because that's what he does every time. He pretends he gets fouled all the time, and I'd rather have my keeper punch the ball away like Jorgensen does, to be honest. So yeah, it's one of those stats that you think Sanchez is pretty good at because he's tall, big, he's more physical, but he's not that good when you watch him do it live. The eye test, he loses a lot of them. He either pretends to get fouled, like I said, he doesn't punch. He always tries to go for the grab, and he's miles away from the ball. His timing is horrible. For a big keeper, he should be number one at that, but he's not. And we saw it against Brighton. The same thing happened against Brighton. I mean, we conceded a goal from it as well. He goes for a ball. He was 2 meters away from it. He couldn't get it, trying to grab it, and got nowhere near it. Whereas what I've seen from Jorgensen at Villarreal as well, he punches the ball because he's got that quicker acceleration. He'll get to the ball much quicker than Sanchez. At least he gets it away, safe away. He punches it far away.
Here's one thing I've noticed even at Villarreal. I'd say I still have an issue with the way he parries the ball. He parries it a lot in most cases, actually towards the opposition. But maybe he's improved. I'll give him time. I like him and I prefer him over Sanchez. But Sanchez finished again. He's done well except for that particular issue that were all been mentioning. Let's see what else we have here. The Mara forward saying a bigger coach. I beg Maresca drop Sanchez and play Jorgensen. If I see Sanchez start on Saturday, Maresca out. Yeah, I know you're joking. Happy to hear the surgery was successful. Yep, thank you.
Yeah,
We're
thanks,
happy for
Ty.
you. Five said the links are not true. France is not again always correct. I think something is there. He probably called his Liverpool contacts and they told him they haven't heard anything. Yeah, listen, but I don't believe it. That's one thing. But I just don't go because Fab said, yeah, it's not happening, and say, yeah, it's not happening. Yeah, majority of the times he's correct, but he's human. Sanchez has been punching.
So what is he punching, coach?
I'm not reading that. Oh gosh, you guys are definitely going to that place.
I can't believe you
Just,
didn't. When I said it, you didn't react. For once,
yeah,
you
because
know you didn't react when I said it. You didn't realize.
no, no. Here's the thing. The way yours, I read it more. You can say two things. I'm reading it, and at the same time, I'm processing it. But in your
Exactly.
case,
Yeah.
it emerged. Everything properly was properly immersed into what you were saying at the time. So I didn't. I couldn't. I wasn't able to isolate it and see it differently. But yeah, what am I even highlighting this? Sanchez as important. Yeah, in the last 3 or 4 years. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I'm gonna
Even
bring
that
up.
stat. Yeah, even that stat Kelleher's more passing volume. Well, that's
Yeah.
because also plays for Liverpool, and when he does play, usually it's against really like conference. Like we would play against the conference thing. The same for Jorgensen. It's against teams that you're gonna have 70% of possession. Liverpool will have,
Mhm.
and it's against really weak teams. And yeah, there's not real much pressure on him.
Just go ahead. Give me 1 second before this guy ruins something. 1 second.
Yeah, there's not much pressure on him, so it's a bit different. It's a bit hard to compare, especially a second goalkeeper like that. Even with Jorgensen, the same thing. But we do have with Jorgensen a full season at Villarreal, the top Spanish league they're playing. So that's probably a bit different. But Kelleher, yeah, look, he's played now that Alisson's injured. He played, some of the games, but before that, he's only played the cup games against really, early rounds, Carabao, early rounds cup games that, yeah, not really that significant. And the stats, yeah, it's hard to go by the stats when he plays against teams like that.
Yeah, which is one of the reasons why I've always said I don't like to pretend I know players when all I've seen is just maybe their numbers without watching them play for 90 minutes.
Exactly.
Those things I test and the numbers complement each other. So if you
You got
don't
to
have
combine, yeah,
both,
combine. Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
don't conclude with just one alone. Numbers can be the underlying truth you need to see to believe that a player is good. Sometimes, yeah, and vice versa. Sometimes you need to watch the person for 90 minutes and not just rely on numbers too. But that's by the way, Dante is focusing on Sanchez's shortcomings rather than his improvements. Yes, he's been doing great with the clearances and punching. Yeah, a much better language. We already know why he's punching. You don't need to mention it. I think we might see Felix and Palmer in the pocket on Saturday. Let's see what happens. I trust the manager. Whatever 11 he selects, I'm fine, Barry. But circumstances will most definitely impact. You can say wield a measure of influence on with regards to who starts and who doesn't start. But that's by the way. Thank you, people. We have 160 people following the show. Only 19 of those on YouTube. We can do a lot better than 18 likes. And if you're following the show on X, do us a favor. Drop a like on the video and also do follow our X account to help us reach 5,000 followers. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, we're getting closer to 24K on YouTube. Please do join us. So this is a spider chat for Robert Sanchez and Kelleher. Okay. Ooh, Robert Sanchez way better defensive actions, aerially way better, shot stopping slightly better. In terms of shot stopping percentage, is that what that is? Um, okay. Kelleher is better, but Sanchez is way better in my opinion. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
coach.
that's
Again,
short passes. Such short pass completion percentage is that
yeah,
because yes, long pass. Yep, save percentage, so to speak, or
yeah.
pass.
Again, I repeat, it's
I
hard
think
to
that's pass. That's
it's
pass.
hard to
Yeah.
compare with Sanchez and Kelleher because where Kelleher plays and when he plays, it's just it's not comparable to be honest. Because
Yeah.
you got to take that
I'm
into
just
account.
quickly. I'm gonna email these guys to make the tags or the labeling for this thing to be more specific because I'm quite sure the short passes, short pass completion percentage, long pass completion percentage. So, but the leveling should be more descriptive. Go ahead, Dante.
Yeah, you should do that, coach. 100%. Email them. Tell them, look, I want better. I expect better. I need more clarity.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm paying for it, a bit more clarity. 100%.
But clearly, Sanchez is a much better goalkeeper. So why sign Keller? Even shot stopping, Sanchez beats him. I get it. People will say, but Sanchez played 1,124 minutes and he played just 500 plus. It doesn't really matter. I mean,
I
volume
can't
is important.
coach. I
Sorry?
can't say confidently that Sanchez is a better keeper than Kelleher. I can't say that because, like I said, it's not comparable like that. It's not comparable, to be honest. So I've seen Kelleher quite a few times, and he's been very, very good. So going on that, he's a better goalkeeper than Sanchez from what I've seen.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do. I think someone else is just going to help me pronounce the word. Bluetooth has in one of his comments there. Kelleher has Konate and Virgil van Dijk in front of them. At Chelsea, he will have Fofana and Colwell in front of him. A big difference. It could be an epic disaster, and then we will have 11 goalkeepers. It's a signing that I really don't want us to make. It just doesn't make sense. With these, even as bad as I think Sanchez has been, he's much better. Honestly, I don't need to say anything. Sanchez spider chart gives me, I can't pronounce this word. Don't do this to me.
Arachnophobia, yep.
What phobia?
Iraq. Pretty easy, coach. Iraq.
Arachnophobia. What does that mean?
Fear of spiders.
Ooh. Why not simplify it? Why not just call it spider phobia? Then it's what the heck is this? Medical terms sometimes. Sometimes
It's not a medical
no,
term, but yeah.
it just doesn't make sense. I just tell the person English, please.
Yeah, like if you're scared of balls, what would you call that, coach? Ball phobia? What would you call that?
Scared of what?
Scared of balls.
Balls?
Yeah, balls.
Can you spell it?
Balls. BALLS. Balls, as in soccer balls, footballs.
Just leave me alone. I'm not. I'm not talking to
I
you
think
again.
you have
Yeah,
some sort of
yeah,
condition.
maybe
Yeah,
phobia.
you have
Yeah,
some sort of condition with that one because every time we read it out, you have a
yeah.
reaction.
I
So
have a
I'm just
dirty
saying,
mind. I agree.
maybe the blue needs to look that one up.
Maybe I'll go to heaven because I realize I have a dirty mind and I'm trying to control it. Kerala 23-24 starts versus Sanchez is 23. Okay, let's do that. Where's Kerala? Okay. Okay, let's go Kelleher. Kelleher 23-24. I don't think he's ever played enough because whenever this guy is available, that's it. Okay, but that's close. Close enough. Kelleher now has 1,031 minutes and Sanchez has 1,124 minutes. So the disparity isn't bad. Sanchez is a better goalkeeper, in my opinion. Kelleher beats him passes. Yep, long passes, short passes, completion percentage. But you could argue what matters most in shot stopping, defensive actions, the aerial, that's high claims and all that. Sanchez is better. I'd take Sanchez over him, irrespective of how I feel with regards to him average and making mistakes each game. Honestly, I'm not sure. I'd take him. I'd take yeah. Let's go. Let's add what's his name? Let's add Jorgensen to it. 23-24.
Is that playing for Liverpool that Kelleher, the stats, or is that playing for his country as well?
I think if he goes for season, then that particular club. But even at that, even if it doesn't, even if it, like you could say it counts everything, it still gives you accurate measure. Yeah.
That'll be
So
different. I think that'll be quite different because, like I said, when he plays for Liverpool, it's all those cup games, all the, they were last season they were in the Europa League.
hmm,
So Europa League, he was playing some of the games. It's a bit different when he plays for his country. Obviously, he's playing, in a different style as well. So
yeah, and Jorgensen 22-23 was playing for Villarreal's B team.
yes,
Ooh, yeah. Okay. Mm-mm.
What the hell's that? Oh, I can't see the red.
That's Jorgensen.
I can't see it because it's so small. I can't
The
see it.
color, right?
Yeah, the
You can
color.
see.
I can't see the
You
color
can
well.
see that the color is off. I'm not sure if I'm able to change it. Okay, there you go. Probably better
Yeah,
with
that's
the
better.
darker
Yep.
background. Yeah, that this is better. The contrast is better now. So Jorgensen, better shot stopping. We knew that. Defensive actions, Sanchez more. And how many minutes did Jorgensen play that time? How many minutes is this? Is it 3,000 plus 3,600?
Mm-hmm. Double. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, he's still even. Mm-mm.
Coach, like I said, these stats and the eye test, yeah, you got to have both.
You need both. Yeah, you need both.
In my
Um.
opinion, what I've seen from
Yeah.
Kelleher, the way he's played and does, he's a better goalkeeper than Sanchez. From the times I've seen him play and how he plays, but like I said, that's also I haven't seen him enough, and yeah, that obviously matters. I've seen him for his country a couple of times as well, and he's done very well there as well. So yeah, I think he's a better keeper, but again, the stats show that Sanchez is a better keeper. But again, when you watch it, I haven't seen Kelleher do those type of mistakes. I just haven't seen any mistakes like that from Kelleher. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's an important one. People keep saying we're focusing on the mistakes only and the negatives, but that's cost us points, and that's what cost us games. The the mistakes. So they're very important. In a keeper, you got to keep the mistakes down, and that's one of the most important. Keep the mistakes down. Do not make it lead to goals and lose points because of it. Your keeper's there to, save you as many points as possible, not lose you points. So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. And yeah, Ty, I haven't seen the movie. I don't think that's just leave me alone. Yeah, Boswobia. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, since
Robia.
they asked. Okay. It's
That's
actually
your
a
condition,
real
coach.
condition. Yep. I don't know medical terms. Honestly, that's the first time I'm hearing that. Kelleher played more last season. That's why I asked you to bring it up. Allison was injured. Yep. He's been injured quite a while of late, really. For Liverpool, yeah, we've done that. Kelleher played 26 games last season. Dante, and no, he's not better than Sanchez at the moment. He could be, but not yet. I don't believe he's better than Sanchez at the moment. I've watched them. I think he did well in again since coming in for Sanchez, in my opinion. That's not me trying to befriend Vince. I don't like him. You know that already. Of Vic, so to speak.
Mhm.
But yeah.
What
I
did
don't think we should. I don't think we should sign him really.
where
And,
did
and
Liverpool?
Bobby, you can always come in because I've asked you. You and I have discussed all the items we have lined up. I'm just getting Dante's opinion, but you can always interject or come in and if you have something to say. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
just to add to that, where did Liverpool finish on the table when Kelleher played in goals for those 26 games in the league?
Go ahead.
Pretty high up, obviously third, uh, quite high up. So that's and by a massive points margin as well, not just third, comfortably third by 12 points, I think it was. So yeah, they were basically nearly up the top. So yeah, him playing shows you that he played actually very well and did much better. If you put
No, do they
if,
have
if you
another
put Sanchez
option?
in that
Another, but
Liverpool
they don't
team,
have another option. You have to consider that as well.
yeah, but if you put Sanchez in that Liverpool team, do you really think he'll do that well over such a long period of games and not make mistakes like Kelleher didn't have any mistakes? Do you think that will cost Liverpool points by Sanchez the way he plays and how I think he does? I think it would, and I think overall, I don't think he's a better keeper than Kelleher from what I've seen. I like Kelleher.
And,
I would
and,
take
and
Kelleher
can we
over
also consider
Sanchez.
what Bluetooth again mentioned, Dante? They
Yeah.
have a solid back line that even with their goalpost open, they're not going to concede a lot.
Coach, they're still under pressure. They still concede. It's not like
No, but you get my point there.
yeah, but there's still he's got to make saves. He still didn't make a mistake. He didn't cost them points. So, like I said, for the goalkeeper, to me, when you start losing points,
Mhm.
conceding goals in the near post, losing points, giving the ball away, and it costs you 9 points like it has for us with Sanchez already. Well, yeah, it's a big difference. It's a huge difference. It's all about safety with the keeper. He needs to be safe and not do that. Even though Sanchez is pretty good, he's a good goalkeeper. The problem, like I keep saying, it's his IQ in those moments. He loses track, he freezes, and he doesn't do the basics correct. And it costs points. For me, I would go for Kelleher because of that.
Yeah. In all honesty, I don't like Nick Pope as a goalkeeper. I'd rather keep Sanchez.
Yeah, me
Um.
neither. Yeah, he
Yeah.
makes mistakes too. He makes a lot of
Yeah.
mistakes.
His
Yeah,
is actually worse.
he's more comparable to Sanchez than.
Yeah, in my
Yeah.
opinion, from what I remember. And it's not. I'm not quite sure how good he's on the ball actually. Yeah. Yes, with Virgil van Dijk in defense. Yeah, stop that. Let's see what else we have here. And England, it's a 5 goals past Kelleher at the weekend. That didn't even occur to me.
That doesn't matter.
Here's the thing.
That's a nothing game. That's
Um,
doesn't really matter.
All right, here's another defender of Kelleher there in the chat in Unquote Joseph, Ori Joseph, Afro Joseph. Kelleher has been doing well even when Liverpool were playing rock in a roll football with club. He's a better passer and shot stopper. I don't know why haven't I been paying attention to how good he's been for them. Honestly.
Because he's not the main keeper, coach. So it's Allison. It's all about Allison. So yeah, you
Mm.
don't pay attention to backup. He's a backup. That's what he is. You don't pay that much attention to backup keepers. Um, so yeah, and I'm only going from what I saw him play against us. I think
Mhm.
he played 3 or 4 games against us, and a couple of games here and there watching against them playing against the bigger teams when he was playing, and for his country, obviously, I've seen a few times. By that, I see him a better keeper than Sanchez, but by going on that.
Okay, listen, I need to know more, learn more about him. I don't know much about him. What else did we discuss that Dante missed? We did talk about, what was this? Okay, still him. Fabrizio Romano saying, yeah, he hasn't heard anything that we're not looking to sign Kelleher. What else did we look at here? The players training. We did look at here. Yep, Chelsea are showing interest in Club Brugge's 20-year-old defender, Joel Ordóñez, with the Blues set to make a move in the winter market. I
Yeah.
don't know him, so if you
Is
know
it
him,
Ecuadorian? I think Ecuadorian guy. I'm pretty
Ecuadorian,
sure.
yeah. If you know him, let us know what you think about that if you're in the chat. But we're gonna hear from Dante. Dante, your opinion? He's a centre back? I'm
Yeah, I
hearing.
don't know too much about him. I haven't seen him play, so I can't say too much about him, to be honest. I know who he is because the name sounds familiar, and watching Ecuador, I've seen him there, but I can't say I haven't paid
You
attention.
haven't paid attention to him.
No, I haven't. No, so yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know
know
much
him
about him,
either.
to be honest.
I
So.
even if I've seen him play, probably didn't pay attention to say uh, um, how he did in that particular game, and he's still 20. So I don't know why we're looking for another 20-year-old center back. Uh,
Yeah, he's a big, tall centre back. Looks like he's pretty tall, 190 nearly. Yeah, obviously very young. He's only it looks like for Ecuador, so he's not really in that fold. Well, at that age, yeah, he'll be pretty, unless he's a payers. But
so height is the advantage there. The
yeah,
reason
look,
we
he's a
were
good
pushing
height,
to sign him.
pretty strong, fast. Yeah, very athletic guy. He looks pretty big and strong for his age. He doesn't look 20. He's like a bit like Vega. He looks like a very strong, big guy. More physical age. But yeah, look, I don't know. We don't need this type of defender because we've got Anselmino. So I don't know why. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
another
yeah.
scouting him, but yeah, it's like I said. Uh, we've got 25 plus scouts, football players, and yeah, this is just the news because we're scouting him. They think we're automatically going to sign him. No, it doesn't mean anything. We're keeping an eye on these guys. that's their job. Like I said, we've got 25 plus scouts. And there's a lot of footballers that we're watching. But that's it.
We did also talk about the future of Mykhailo Mudryk. Some news I think is absolute nonsense. The club, Chelsea, aren't looking to sell him. I think he stays, especially now that he's improved very well. And I think Maresca likes him. He's just trying to get him to become better, and he's getting there. As I've said earlier on in the show, on the panel, that he just doesn't run down the flanks without intent. He runs down the flanks without intent, looking for his teammates to create chances for them, and he does a lot more defensively. And he's still 23. I don't Chelsea are not looking to sell him. I don't know what's your opinion on his future.
No, and that again, this report could be true because I'm sure all Premier Leagues, especially the mid-table to lower team tables, keep an eye on players like this because if there's an opportunity for a loan, they'll jump on it. So yeah, it's true, probably true, but I don't see him going. That's not happening. I think, like
From a
you said, he's
Chelsea
improving.
perspective, he's not going. But reports
Yeah,
could be clubs testing the waters to see if we decide to
of
sell him.
course, they want to get a deal, good player, a cheap loan deal that Chelsea would play most of anyway. So this is just normal January. They're sniffing around all the big clubs, all on the fringe. That's just normal. So for me, nothing special. He's not going. We still need him. We've got a lot of games. He's improving, like you said. He's improved defensively as well, working hard the other way. And to be honest, at the moment, Sancho was injured, he would probably be, for me, he'd probably be starting on the left wing, him and Neto, just because Sancho has been injured, not playing. And the way he's looked, for me, he would be in there.
And in all honesty, Mudryk will walk into some of the teams in the Premier League straight into their lineup, really, honestly. But Chelsea is Chelsea, more quality with us.
Yeah,
Some clubs don't have some qualities close to what the sort of player he is actually.
especially
Vic is
low block
saying,
counter
sorry.
attack. I would love a player like that.
Yeah. Kelleher is growing and learning from one of the best goalkeepers in the world. Plus, he got Virgil van Dijk ahead of him. Let's see what we have here. Even Gallagher scored, and Kelleher said, "Okay, what are you trying to do there?" Let's see what we have here. Let's get top three. Knock Arsenal out of the Champions League place and raid them for Saliba and Gabriel. Who says no? I would want that to happen. Do I think they're going to join us? No. I don't think so. The one player I think we
No,
could get
no
from,
chance.
sorry,
No chance. Saliba
yeah,
would
I
have
don't
his
think
eyes
any
on
player that
Madrid
comes
or
to mind that
Barcelona.
we can actually get from them right now.
Yeah, no, and I don't think Arsenal probably would not sell those players definitely. So no, it wouldn't happen.
Yep. Already they'll be crapping their pants right now. The fact that we're both them in the table, and the fact that it could have been worse actually. Um, and Arsenal they're gonna struggle a lot. They have players injured, and they didn't prioritize their signings. They signed more defensive players than usual. And Vince is saying, let's see what he has to say here, Coach. Before you end the show, I'd appreciate if you could bring up the stats of Mike Pendas versus Sanchez. Wow. Okay.
What for?
He's here with an agenda. Let's just do it for him
Jesus.
in a bit. That is if we can see Pendants there. Otherwise, we'll go try footystats.org. I think we'll see Felix and Palmer in the pocket. You said that before. Let's see what happens. Big up to you too. Mabas05, my Iraqi bro. Nice to see you. Yep, Dante, would you guys take
Yeah.
Omar Mahmoud at Chelsea, the Egyptian striker? Dante, you?
Yeah, he's an attacking midfielder / can play up front. No, I wouldn't. No,
What
this is
club
his.
does he play for?
He's in Germany. What's it called? I forgot the team. The red. He's had a great season this year. This is his breakout season. He's just done really well, but it's just one season now. So no, I wouldn't. He's just a hot property at the moment because he's scored goals and scored more goals at the moment. But that doesn't show me anything. Yeah, I need to see a lot more than that. And he doesn't really have where to play, to be honest. In that 10 role, well, he's not getting in there anywhere.
I suspected Pendas wasn't gonna be here. I'm not sure.
Yeah, for Frankfurt, that's right. Frankfurt, that's the one.
Which
Playing the
one?
red and the black. Mamouche plays for Frankfurt. Yes.
Okay.
Frankfurt is, yeah.
M. Pendas. Yeah, I suspect Mike Penda was not going to be here, so I'll probably do footy stats. Oh, we're not going to find anything there to compare him to with these guys.
Yeah, because he only started, he's 18. He probably in the
Yep.
youth. Yeah, it was in the youth last year, probably. So
he's not going to be there. Yeah. So that's, by the way, let's go news hunting, people. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes will go a long way. We'll be rounding off in a bit. I think we've covered a lot of what we have lined up here. Let's see if anything new has emerged. And Gyökeres, okay, he scored a brace, we're hearing. Let's see what else we have here. The kit, we did talk about it. My observation is that they're changing the crest. Yep. Anything to find out? I can have joined the race. Yeah, go ahead.
I was thinking of saying something about Esteval Williams.
Yeah, go ahead.
There was a platform I joined. I had to run off for my numerous phone calls. I think they must have closed now. And his name kept coming up. What a great, grand, glorious, and wonderful he is, and so on. You know, I'm not saying he's not, but I did say this. Each time I've seen clips of Esteval Williams, he's not being marked by anything near the kind of Premier League defensive marking he's going to get. I mean, these guys are going to kick you. They're going to double up on you. That he's being given a lot of respect in Brazil by the defenders there, from what I see. Now, I'm not saying he's not a great player. I think he's probably a fabulous player. And if he comes to Chelsea and hits the ground running after having not even played in Europe, not to mention played in the Premier League, I would be absolutely blown away, and he would be Lionel Messi kind of level. But I'm a realist, and I just think this kid is going to need time. People are coming out saying, "Oh, he's going to come and he's going to take over from Noni and all that, this and that and the third." And I'm like, yay, easy. You see, this is what we do yet again in the fan base. We allow pressure to come on these kids, and when they have to go through their developmental period, like Noni is and Modric is, we get on their case. This kid is going to have to settle in. Modric was the same thing. Before we bought him, wow, the hype about Modric. Oh, Mykhailo Mudryk, he scored in the Champions League. He's this, he's that. And see what happened. The kid's developing. Now Modric has even played in Europe. This geezer hasn't. So I just want to, send out a note of caution about Esteval Williams. I mean, look at Hendrick at Real Madrid. The kid hardly gets the running. He doesn't even get on the bench sometimes. So, these children, they've got to be given their time to develop. They've got to be allowed to get used to the leagues they're in Europe or in England, as Esteval Williams' case is going to be. And, I don't doubt he's going to be an excellent player because our scouts certainly know what they're doing. But I would temper all this expectation around this child. How old is he? 17? 18 he's going to be when he comes here. Really? We've got to keep it real and give this boy a chance and let him breathe, because I'm just concerned that with all this expectation, the kid's going to get on the field, maybe against an Aston Villa or someone like that. They're going to mark him out, clatter him. He might be a little bit gingered by it all, and he may not perform well. And then the knives will be out. what a waste of money. Oh, they start insulting him. Oh, drop him, this and that. Oh, he's going to be for sale. Typical Chelsea fan talk. So I just thought I'd get it out there now because we need to temper expectation on this child.
Hmm. Dante, what do you think? I think let me just let you speak. When you're done, I'll give Bobby my 2 cents. Give him reasons that why he shouldn't be concerned. But let's say you, Dante, your opinion on what Bobby just said, and I totally understand where he's coming from. Not to put too much expectations on the kid. He's just a kid. But I'll let you speak before I present my own you can say argument on
Yep.
why I think the expectation isn't an issue for me, or the pressure, however you see it. But let's hear you, Dante.
Yeah, look, I get where Bobby's coming from, but Esteval Willian is a different type of player. This is very different from any other kids. The way he plays, his maturity already. Bobby said he's not really getting marked in the Brazilian league. He is. He's getting marked. He's doubled.
Maybe we
He's
need
getting
to show
doubled.
him that one. That guy literally come and kept, the player had some machete, butchered and
Yep,
cut off his leg, and he stood up and was still running. The guy pulled his
correct.
shirt. I think
They
Bobby
go
will
for
learn a
him.
lot from that one. But go ahead with what you were saying.
Yeah, they go for him every game because he's that good. And they try to chop him, take him out every game. You don't see it as much because if you see the highlights only, well, that's different. But if you watch the games, he gets doubled, he gets fouled the most. So that shows me he's got the mentally he's a strong, very strong kid. Technically, he's brilliant. He's a special talent. He's broken all the records in Brazil. So yes, there is that expectation from him, but he's put that expectation on himself. He said it himself. He wants that. He embraces it, and yeah, he wants it. And yeah, he's a very, very special talent. I wouldn't say that otherwise. I would agree with you, Bobby, for most players, other players. But him, no, is a completely different breed. And like I said, if you watch how he plays and what they do to him and how they try to foul him and how well he does, and to beat all those records, Neymar, all the Brazilian legends records when they were kids, he's not just beat them, he's way ahead of them. Yeah, he's impressive. He's one of those when we talk about generational talents, he's one of those. Yeah, like I was thinking about Lamine Yamal for Barcelona, he's that 100%, and he's already proven it. The next step for Esteval is to prove it on the world stage more. Uh, that's the
Even
next step.
even Yamal had to have a season in Barca where he was settling in a bit and he wasn't quite all singing, all dancing. He only really broke through towards the end of last season and into the Euros. And he's been playing in Europe anyway. I'm
He's
just trying to tone it down because I'm just concerned. One or two, see our fan base. You know what we're like. One or two bad games and they're all on his case. So I hear you,
yeah,
but
You know, honestly, Bobby, your concern is legit, right? Here's what I want to say. I don't remember any player from Brazil again that measures, you can say, that had the sort of hype again for him again, that measures that of what's his name,
Neymar,
Messinho, for I can't quite remember his name. Just
yeah,
go back
Robinho
years,
comes to
bring
mind.
up names. Brazilians, it just seems as
Robinho,
if the bigger
Robinho,
the
yeah,
hype, the
yeah.
better they do.
Robinho was very
Was
hyped,
he hyped that much? I
and
think Robinho at
he
the time there
was.
were other players ahead of him.
there were others. Yeah, he wasn't quite as high. No, he
That
didn't.
had more hype than him actually
He
still
didn't
in
break any of
Brazil.
those records. He didn't get close. No, he's
Yeah.
not
So he didn't
comparable.
do much in Brazil.
Yep.
Yeah, so Esteban Willian for me, I get your point, but I'm not concerned. Brazilians with such hype hardly ever fail. If anything, their downfall usually the likes of, you can say, actually even what's his name, Adriano, before coming to Europe, he didn't have his such hype, and it was his bad boy life that led to his downfall. I think the Brazilian, the bigger the hype, the better they do. Um, and I've always known, actually, in my opinion, I've been one of those saying it. again, as loud as I can, that Estevao is actually a much better player than the kid that Real Madrid signed. But your
Oh yeah,
concern,
way better.
honestly, is legit. And I understand where you're coming from. I'm glad you brought that up so that we talk about it. You shouldn't be concerned about Estevao winning. And do I
Look,
think if it
Bobby's
comes,
correct.
if he joins us and it
Yeah.
happens that he's going to fight for places with Mudryk, I'm gonna say this as much as I'm not you can say I don't have I think he's more equipped to do better than Mudryk, even though he's 17 and
Oh
Mudryk
yeah,
is
he'll
older
take
than him.
Madueke's spot now. If he was playing, he'll take it now easily. Easily.
Except if he's given the opportunity, he falters and didn't measure up to the expectations up to on him, then that's it.
Yeah, and
Then
when
I
Bobby's
think
correct
mhm.
is yeah, the mature obviously he's a young kid. He's got to have the right people around him and keep his head on. And if he does that, I'm 100% confident he will be a world-class player.
Yeah.
That's all. That's the last thing, just his head to stay unscrewed, and it looks like he has, and looks like he's got the right people around him, and he's very mentally tough already, from what I've seen quite a
Family
lot.
and something else family oriented.
Family orientated, yes. He's not
Hmm.
a party guy like, say,
Nope.
some of the other kids, Neymar, and that they were very different. He's very much concentrated on football and wants to become the best.
Yep,
And
he's not looking to
yeah,
be a model, participate in movies and all
correct.
that. But the
Yes,
temptation will come. That's when we'll find out whether he'll be another Neymar or not. The temptation, you can say the model, but you can say playing a role in movies here and there. But we'll see. His thing, I'm not concerned, and that's because the pattern is quite clear. There's hardly ever a player that emerged from Brazil with such hype that fails, except if the bad boy side of, you could say, football, the temptation that comes with football, if they let it get to them, that's when they fail. Robinho wasn't that guy, in my opinion.
but even Robinho came and did amazing at Man City. Such a young kid, weak. He wasn't strong, and he did amazingly as well. But what I've seen from Esteval, like you said, he gets tackled. He goes through the challenges. He's
Bobby,
got that
I'll find that
mentality.
video and share with you.
Yeah, he's got that mentality that he doesn't every little touch he'll fall down and
Nope.
roll around like Neymar and all these players did. No, he's not like that. So that shows to me the level of confidence and how he plays, and that's for me that's massive because the Brazilians I've seen that are like that always turn out amazingly good. So yeah, I'm very impressed, and I don't think it's overhyped. I think everything's deserved that he gets, and I think we've got
I
a
mean,
gem on our
yeah, he's
hands.
hyped in equal measure with his to his how well he's done so far. The record is broken, and just made it again. He didn't just break the records by just you can
A
say
little bit, yeah.
overtaking the
It's still
previous
going,
record.
coach.
Sorry,
It's still going. He's
yeah,
adding
it's still
even more
going.
to
Yeah,
it. So it's
even
not
Neymar
finished yet.
praises him. A lot. Listen, I think we were lucky. I don't know how we pulled that up because at the time I wanted him more than Endrick, even though Endrick visited Stamford Bridge. I think the rumors at the time was that we wanted them both, but I didn't want Endrick. I think he's more of a power player than finesse. We have again, in my opinion, I would sign the better of the two players, and hopefully he does well. Bobby's concern is legit, but I'm I don't have any concerns in my opinion. Is it possible that he comes and not measure the expectations we have regards to how well he do? Yeah, it is. You can foretell for how players would do in certain leagues until they get there and play there. But yeah, I'm confident. Sorry, Dante, if you were still speaking.
No, just Bobby if he wants to continue. No,
All right,
I'm
I can
yeah,
see
I'm good.
Forest beating Arsenal. Okay, they can. He plays for Frankfurt. Okay. Arsenal are at the end of their process. That is it. That's it. Ateta will get sacked if they don't win a major trophy this season, and they're not going to win anything. They might win something, but nothing major. And then it's open season on their players. Saka needs to show ambition and leave. Um, Not quite. I think probably next season, but Yeah. Ah, my gosh. Let's see. Anything else we have here? Coachella, Rasmus Winter Highlander on Blues Brothers. Stream said that Highland and Zaki are better than Jackson. No. As much as I know, I believe that Jackson still needs to improve. Um, those two aren't. No, they're not. Numbers don't lie, they say. Eye test and numbers show he's much better than them, in my opinion. Anything else here? Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Vic is saying, no, Chelsea fans think Estevao is coming to take over. Not even to take over. Okay, not even Estevao. Okay, but I'd rather have him than Nani, who has played over 100 times in Europe and still meet. Wow. Wow. Agenda. Hulk, Fred. Was Fred hyped? That no. Nobody knew. I didn't know
No,
what I knew nothing about Fred until he came to Manchester United. Players that the only player I remember that was hyped as much as Estevao, the last one was Neymar.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, was Neymar. Endrick wasn't hyped this much. Probably because if you understand football, you'd know that he's not as good as Estevao, in my opinion. No. Hawk wasn't hyped. I knew Hawk. I think he was then. Was it? They were pumping money. Was it into the Russian league? And he went to one of those clubs when he played at Porto for our former manager. I think so. He played under him. Um, no, Hawk wasn't hyped that much. Hawk was just known because of how he was a powerful player. Even their coach said Estevao is better than Endrick. The boy is different, and I don't hype kids. That's telling. But Bobby's concern we
You
must
see that
is
kind of
legit.
that kind of statement just
Hmm.
now
Hmm.
is what I'm talking about. I'm not saying, listen, Noddy's not ripping up trees and he's inconsistent. He goes through these sort of really dull, lull phases. Suddenly he does a little bit of magic. Everybody's up for him, and then he kind of drops back. But then I say that, bearing in mind that relatively all he's had really in his career is that one season, last season, at Chelsea, some of which he was out injured. But it is that sort of attitude that I'm worried about. I think I'm very, very prepared to give Esteval Williams time if he needs it, because I think he will be an absolute baller. But it's a culture shock, totally different thing. You're talking about Brazil, and okay, yeah, fine, they might have a few tasty defenders. I mean, after all, they're human beings. They're tough guys over there too. But the whole intensity. I mean, look at what they did to Cole Palmer.
Hmm.
One kick, and he couldn't even go to the international break. And that was a nasty one from who did that to him? Man United. You know, these players are targeted, and someone like him, with the reputation that precedes him, will be targeted. Look, I'm just doing devil's advocate here. I'm just
No, it
trying to
makes sense, and I'm
temper.
happy. I'm happy you can you led us to discussing uh
He's already
maybe his
targeted though, Bobby. That's the
yeah
thing.
yeah. I'm happy
Well,
you
yeah,
did
this
that.
is my point, and what I'm saying is that kind of comment that was just read out is a snapshot of the temperament of quite a lot of the Chelsea fan base. And if that kid comes and has one bad game, I mean, I like the Real Madrid way. Sorry, excuse me. Um, they're not, under the restraints Chelsea have. They can let their players ease in. They don't have to be starting 11 without having their fan base saying, "Oh, he's got to be sold," and "Oh, he's no good. Let's get rid of him." You don't have to. They're not flustered seeing their players on the bench and all that. Esteval Williams may have to have that sort of introduction into the Premier League. But I know this fan base. One little bit of a bad game, two or three appearances on the bench, and it'll be, oh, Real Madrid want to buy Esteval Williams. And, we've got this mentality which I'm hoping will change because with time, because it's not all going to be. Yeah, he's a fantastic player. I would be surprised, and I'll come on this platform and I'll say, "Hey, look, whoa, you guys were right. This is some incredible baller." But I would be surprised if he doesn't need a little bit of time. Even the great Lionel Messi needed some time, and he was brought up by Barcelona. He needed time to fit into their first team. 17, 18, that sort of age range. I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there. I want it to be put out there so that there's a little bit of temperance to the excitement of him coming, so that we'll all
Yeah,
be
to
pleasantly
the
surprised.
expectations too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it makes sense. But I'm just telling you, if you makes you happy, that yeah, it hardly ever happens. Happens, but let's see what happens. He's human. Yeah. And fans were worried about Oscar until he put Pilo in a spliff and scored that brace against Juventus in the Champions League. And that turn and shoot one was the most delicious for me. Actually, Cole couldn't believe it. He was probably expecting him to pass the ball back to him. I loved Oscar,
That,
but we had to sell him
that's
because,
true.
yeah,
Oscar was an amazing player, but do you know when Oscar really, really impressed and surprised me? He was, I don't know what he looks like now, but he was quite a slight young player. He wasn't particularly the biggest, skinny little
babyface
guy.
assassin, we'll call him
But
at the time.
but but not only was his offensive quality good, I remember a couple of times we played Oscar as DM
He was
and he
industrious.
glowed. He performed well in that
Yeah,
role.
he
Um,
defensively he's
and in the
excellent.
Premier
Yeah,
League with players that were twice his size. So yeah, I know these Brazilian boys, they're a little bit extra, but I don't want us to be. I would rather we are pleasantly surprised by this kid than we all get on his case if he has a few clangers.
It's too late for that, Bobby.
yeah. Okay. Let's see. I don't ask me that again. You should ask him. He has. If you're on Twitter, find him. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all. It's Big Pep signed a new contract. I'm not sure what you're saying there, Namaya. What else we have here? I don't want Liverpool to win the league. No, I can't even tell who wins the league this time. Not that Fred, coach. Fred, the striker who played up from when Brazil got slapped 7-2 by Germany under Scolari. Fred? Okay. Was he hyped that much? Okay, let's see. Let's see what we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. Even Hawk was hyped. Even if Hawk was hyped, he scored 400 goals. He was a good player overall. Beyond the fact that he was a huge, powerful player. What Attitude Nani has played over 100 pro club games in top European teams. And still, yeah, no. Again, he should start performing consistently. And one thing that I don't like about Nani is when things don't go his way in games, he sulks. Yeah, Bobby Devil's Advocate is Cochilla's favorite movie. Just leave me alone. Esteban Willian is 17, Bobby. 17, he's not 22 like Nani. I don't think any fan will come after a 17-year-old. Yeah, expectation can be dangerous in my opinion. At 17, the entire world knows Esteban needs time. A lot of people won't. Yes, Bobby, Oscar versus Sports. Was that the game he played as a DM? Okay, nice. Oscar wanted to go to China to help his family, and also we wanted the money. And it looked like Conte didn't really want him. He went to Chinese league for family reasons, and also he went there for the China. Listen, he went there, and yeah, and uh, he's still there, and I think the Chinese people like him. I don't know why after everyone else is leaving, he's still there. I'm not sure why that is the case. But that's by the way. Anything else? Let's go news hunting. We'll be rounding up in a bit. We still have 184 people watching, but only 18 of those on YouTube. The rest on X. I appreciate you all. News hunting. Callum Hudson-Odoi, Chelsea Academy. Chelsea is one of the biggest clubs in the world, and obviously the whole academy, whole structure and facility there are top. Okay, I'm just going to leave it there. We've addressed this particular news here. Julian Balag, the profile that Chelsea were looking for also fitted with Enzo Maresca, and there was proof that his profile was sought after. Okay, that's just before he shook hands with Chelsea. Manchester United called and it was too late. Oh, for him, okay. United wanted him. Shaka Hislop on Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto cost Chelsea quite a bit money. Not too much, in my opinion, given the current market. I just think he gives them a different dynamic in those wide areas. Every time he comes off the bench, he changed the game for Chelsea. I think he has been one of Chelsea's brighter lights this season. I think he's going to be starting from now on, except if he's again, and he's returned earlier.
I
So,
agree.
yeah.
Pedro Neto is an exceptional player. We're really
Yep.
blessed to have him, and the best
Hmm.
is yet to come. I mean,
I agree.
he's now a shoo-in for the Portuguese national team. He's no first player on the team sheet. He is someone that very soon we'll be describing as world class.
Yep. Emmanuel Petit on Estavo, I've seen him play a few times and he has something very different. He's the type of guy you're happy to pay money to watch. But he doesn't, the entertaining aspect of his game, he doesn't overdo it. Every dribble is for the papers. Everything he does on the pitch is for the papers. He has everything and can go on to have an incredible career, but things can change so quickly in football. That justifies Bobby's argument, which makes sense. Yeah, let's see anything else to address here. Emmanuel Petit, Christopher Nkunku isn't being prioritized at Chelsea because of who is coming. I don't agree with that one. They're not the same profile. So Petit, maybe since he left football, he's managing a store in in a farmer's market. This comment just doesn't make sense. I don't know, Dante, your opinion.
Yeah, no, and doesn't play the same position. Different style of play as well. Yeah, completely different. Not even comparable. Not even close. So I don't know what he's on
Yeah,
about. Correct. Yeah.
Nkunku is more of a number 9 than he is a creator. Esteve was more of a creator, a dazzler. You could say.
Yeah,
Well,
he's a
that's
winger, and he's a winger out wide
yeah, and he's a
space
winger
as
too.
well.
Yeah,
But he can do it inside as well. But yeah, it's very different compared to Nkunku. Very different.
yeah. I'm not sure this argument really. Ancelotti, I don't want to read about you. Nothing else here. What does this say about Nani Madueke? Is somebody saying something about Gregor Robertson and Nani Madueke? I think he's just having an outstanding season as well. I have to admit, I think I got him slightly wrong. Okay, I think last season I questioned his end product.
No.
Still, I think he can improve, and he will improve with that. Okay, I'm not going to expand it. Anybody else? If you have any questions, put it in the comments in the chat section. We'll try to address it. Otherwise, we'll call it a day. We're going to try and be streaming at this time consistently. But our games, weekend games, can lead to us. Blue Morning shows will still be early hours on Fridays. On Saturdays and Sundays, if that makes sense. Saturday morning, Sunday morning, definitely until after the move, then Blue Money Show can come back. And if we're lucky to get someone to help consistently on our team, then yeah, it will go a long way. So Dante, any questions you want us to address? Maybe anything delicious,
No. Well,
just like Bobby did.
that comment again, Madueke. Can you go back to that comment again? Sorry, just
This one
the
there.
more.
Is
Let
it
me
this
see.
one? Nani Modric, I think It's just very single moment. This one here. That's the very first one I read.
Yep. I think it's just he's not having an outstanding season. He had a first
He
couple of
started
games.
well,
He started the first 2 or 3
and he's
games.
fizzled out.
Since then, he hasn't assisted, did absolutely nothing. 7 games or whatever it is in a row. So no, he hasn't had an outstanding season. Obviously, this guy's not watching. I don't know what he's watching. I don't agree with that.
I can agree
Outstanding
that he's
season.
improved.
A standing
He's
season is helping
yeah.
the team, as in scoring, assisting, especially for a winger, creation for others first, and then scoring second. He hasn't done that. He's done absolutely nothing, not one assist. So yeah, that's pretty inaccurate in my opinion. It says that I think last season we questioned his end product. Well, it hasn't changed for the same reason. His end product hasn't changed. Besides that game against Wolves where he scored the goals, nothing's changed. Since then, nothing's changed. It's the same Noni from last season. Uh, you know, going out wide, taking his man on, turning back in, taking 100 turns before he decides to pick out a player. By then, it's too late. Or just cutting in on his left and shooting. I actually praised him at the start of the season for those goals against Wolves. 2 of those goals, he shot with his right foot for the first time, and he scored with his right foot. And that's why the Wolves players were confused. They don't know what's going on. Why is he going on his left? He's got a right foot now, and they were very confused. But I have not seen one shot, one creation with his right foot since then. So I don't know what's going on there. It's a bit weird, that one. He's so easy to defend when you know what he's doing. He's always going to cut back onto his left and shoot. Very simple. It's easy to defend, and they've defended him very easily. I thought he actually got that out of his game when I saw that Wolves game. I'm like, finally, got a right foot. He can actually use that now, mix it up, keep the defenders guessing. But I have not. I don't know what happened. He hasn't used his right foot at all since then, and he's been marked out of the game because of it. Pretty much every game is So for me, he's having a pretty bad season in my opinion. One good game, one amazing game, and 7, 8 very average, below average games doesn't make it a good season.
No, I wouldn't say he's having a good season. He started well, fizzled out. I just watched an Estival show reel, and let's see, the pitch he's playing on, and he's still balling out. Just play him in the UEFA Champions League, and he will be okay. I like that. I think he'll do well. He'll be excellent for us in the Champions League. Champions League less physical than the Premier League, but this guy has shown physical oppositions don't scare him. I think Gregor Robinson is watching NBA, not football. I like Mudryk in
Interesting
the
thing
same way
about
Bobby
Noni
likes
is
the same way Bobby likes KDH. Yeah, Bobby, go ahead.
interesting
And
thing about
Bobby
Noni
says,
is that he's doing well for the national team, which is an interesting observation. Look, I just look at this kid as somebody that he's one of those people that just don't know how to read the room in terms of his behavior. And he should realize
interesting.
that, he's made himself targeted with his petulance and things. And some people who would have a polarized opinion on him anyway will latch on to that and build up a dislike for him. And he's not helping himself with the somewhat shoddy performances he's put in for Chelsea. My personal belief is that this guy is a kid he's developing. He's going to have great moments, he's going to have dowdy moments. We saw last season that when he was performing poorly, Pochettino simply benched him, which I think is what he needs. He needs to have something to give him a kick up the backside to tell him, look, you're nowhere near there yet. You still have to keep working hard to perform better. I think Maresca has been good. He's tried to play him into form. He's tried to show him that he's got his back in, he's got his back, he's going to back him. But now he has to be a bit tough. He has to bench him and see if that will get an improvement out of him. Um, you know, there is a ceiling with Madueke. I think he can get a lot better. Whether he'll ever be that world beater is really left to be seen. But I think he can improve considerably, as he has done already.
Yeah, there's room. We've always known there's room for improvement. Uh, no, you can say it's obvious, really, but he has to start performing. Because if Sanchez is going to start Chelsea, then he has a problem. Pedro Neto, more experienced, a much better player. Modric can become better. I mean, it depends on how he improves, but yeah, there's room for improvement. He's shown that he can be better than he's been of late. And one thing I don't like is that he sulks when things don't go his way. And you did mention how he doesn't read the room very well and behave accordingly. Now look how he was just lucky the manager. You could say then the manager protected him after that behavior, the way he left the pitch. Why pundits were busy saying that's disrespectful and all that. But the manager is an excellent manager. Probably if he doesn't like that, he probably speak to him in private and say, yeah, don't do that next time. The excuse that he had to go to the bathroom just doesn't make sense. What if he was still on the pitch? Would he have crapped on his pant on the pitch? It just doesn't make sense. So he should learn to control his emotions, because yeah, whenever he sulks, usually it's obvious, in my opinion. Anybody else in the chat, if you have any questions, drop it there. Otherwise, we'll be rounding up as soon as possible. I don't know, Nigel,
Yeah,
you have any
coach,
other
just with
question?
just to add to that one, just to
Mm.
ask you both a question. How do you think Noni will react if he does get dropped and doesn't play for a long period of time and
He's
plays,
gonna
say,
leave. He's gonna want to leave. From my observation, I've concluded that he's that sort of player. If he gets benched in a few games and the transfer window is the next 3 days, he probably would want to leave. He's a
yep,
player. One thing is certain: he's confident in his abilities. You get my point right now.
yeah, he's very
He's confident
confident.
in his overall ability as a player, and he believes he's better than anybody. And he said something that if you reverse it, you'd understand he believes he's better than everybody there. He said he works
Yes.
harder than everybody and probably is going to do better than something to that effect. For somebody to say that, it's a window to their mindset, in my opinion. So, what I'm saying
Exactly.
is this: I could be wrong, but my point is, from what I know so far, I tell you that if he gets benched 2, 3 times, 2, 3 games in a row in the Premier League, and it's not playing in Europe, he would want to leave. That's my opinion. I'm not Mudryk, so I'm not saying certainly that be the case, but I think it's that sort of player that would do that.
My response to that would be, so be it. You know, just like with the Achimpong situation, we can't have a player
Yeah, Bob, if you don't
trying
mind,
to
when you're
prove
done
they're
speaking, can
bigger
you
than
talk
the
about
club.
Achimbong's situation? Where are we with it? I haven't heard anything, but go ahead with what you were saying.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll get to that. I mean, we can't have a player trying to prove to be bigger than the club. You know, no matter how good you are, you see, if a club doesn't have discipline, you don't have a team. And if you don't have a team, you don't have these players anyway. So we're now in the process of becoming that efficient machine. And if it is necessary to bench him for 3, 4 games in a row, he will sit on that bench. Or if he wants to go, go. Look at Nkunku, top class finisher like he is. He's had to play in the Conference League, and I don't think he'll fully start getting rotated till the whole
And didn't
December
even start
period.
after doing well in the Conference League, where everybody thought he was going to start in the
The
league. He didn't.
in the yeah, you see, this is it. You know, you have to have that discipline. You have to have players conforming, complying, and not breaking ranks. If after he's benched, I'm not saying it's going to happen because Maresca tends to like him, certainly in some games. But if he is benched for 3, maybe 4 games in a row, and he says he wants to go, I'll say, okay, let's get a price for you. We can't do this. You know what I mean? We just can't do this now. We're just getting to that point where we're becoming that machine. any cog in the wheel that disrupts the motion of the machine has to be replaced. So he needs to be careful with that attitude. As far as Achimpong is concerned, nothing seems to have changed. He's digging his heels in, and I'm so glad that the club have made their point and they've left the ball in his court. If he wants to play, sit out the next 2 years of his contract, fine. If he wants to play, you sign and you toe the line. Let the club be able to at least negotiate to make some money off of you. I am 150% behind the club, no matter how good he is. He may end up being another Jamal Musiala, fine. But you don't come to Chelsea and think you can overthrow Chelsea. That's not going to happen. And I'm glad they're sticking to their guns on this one. I mean, crikey, who is he? He's not a Cole Palmer. You know what I mean? At least Cole Palmer, if he does, flex his muscle a little bit here, there, and the other way, a little bit, he's proved himself. So he can get the club to bend their arm a bit like they did to give him a wage increase. But Achimpong, really? What have you done? You didn't even perform so well in pre-season. No, I'm not having it from him at all. It's
We
all
can't let him take
potential.
us
That's
for a
it.
ride.
No, we can't. Same thing with Noni. Yeah, you're a kid, you're doing well, you've improved, but your form has slumped. If your coach tells you to sit on the bench, you sit on the effing bench. And if you feel, left, right, and a third, well, there's the door. We have to be tough like that. We can't take this SHIT from these players. So when people come into Chelsea, they know where they are and they know you have to behave yourself in a certain way. So it seems the sporting directors are thinking exactly like I'm thinking, and, long may that continue because all that nonsense we are getting from these academy kids is just not acceptable.
Yeah, we're not into butt leaking these days, and I think the pattern has emerged that at Chelsea, under the current owners, if you show discontent or they sense that yeah you're not committed, they're selling you one time. They're selling, and I'm still arguing the reason the bent on selling Chalobah now was that when Bayern came calling, he asked to leave. It was just that Bayern at the time wanted him on loan, and we said, okay, if you're going to leave, it has to be on a permanent. And since then, that's it. It's done. The case of Mason Mount, yeah. But Bobby, thank you, and I respect you for always putting the club first. A lot of people, when they are attached to certain players, uh, you think that probably they'd follow the player out of the club. But I respect you, honestly. This is coming from a place of love deep down. I've known you for a while now to understand that that's the case. You don't follow players out. It's okay if you don't want what my club has to offer for you, then bye, Felicia. And I'm like that too. That's it, irrespective of how good you are or who you are. We have to sell some of them. Their behavior is actually making the selection even easier. The teams look will change considerably next season. I think I'm inclined to believe that. I think Enzo Maresca is the sort of manager, if you don't understand that, yeah, that's the reason he's decided to play you consistently in Europe and not in the Premier League, and you feel like you should be starting in the Premier League and then in Europe, even when you haven't done enough to earn your place in the Premier League lineup, I think he's going to let you go. And I like that. It takes managers success. The most successful managers are ruthless in terms of their selection of players, in terms of telling you, yeah, you're surplus to the requirement. I don't need you. Yeah. I'm just happy. Dante, I didn't know. You have anything to add to that before we call it a day? We've been streaming it for 2 hours now, and soon it'll be time to go get my voice.
Yeah, no, yeah, I pretty much feel the same way. I think, especially with Anoni, I think that applies to Levi Colwell. That same principle, in my opinion. Uh,
Every player, that shouldn't be exceptions.
yeah, but they're the ones that stand out because they react when something happens and is talked about them negative. They react to it and they show that they think that they're better than everyone else when they haven't really proven anything yet. and those can be dangerous in the locker room. And I think that we were talking about the culture. You want the culture to be everyone to be on the same page. You don't want those in there to disrupt that. And yeah, I think it's very important. Maresca will sort it out. He's that type of coach, no problem. He's doesn't take too much for him to turn on you pretty quickly if he's got his ruthless side as well if things are not going well. So yeah, it's 100% is very important, especially if we do well this season and next season we're in the Champions League. Yeah, a couple of changes definitely need to be made, and yeah, I'm all for it. Like I said, I put the club first as well, not the players.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you all for finding the time to be part of this discussion. It's been an excellent discussion, energetic. Nobody's Dante as usual isn't sleepy today. Even after going under the knife, he's recovered quickly to play 90 minutes.
Yeah, that's because I'm in bed all day, all night, basically. Yeah.
Bobby once again, and Constantine Dante, the captain of the house. Sincerely do appreciate you, and the legendary Bobby and the blue. So for game, I was pot out from the off. I trust Maresca, even if he goes through a bad patch, he shows he actually has a plan and a style of play. The board trusts him to it seems. Yeah. Even if man, I think we have signed our best manager for a while. He just needs time. And he does what he needs to do, irrespective of what people think. For instance, playing with two sixes, dropping Enzo Fernandez. But if you understand football, you'd know that that's temporarily because the manager's focus currently is to sort out our defensive issues. We've been scoring, but at the same time conceding a lot, and he wants that to stop. And he's succeeded in getting it to stop. Yes, we've been scoring a lot less, but he will find a way to fix that. The same thing Thomas Tuchel did, and that led to him leaving Chelsea a successful manager, right? Etching his name on the club's, how do I phrase that? Anyway, but pardon me, English isn't my first language. So I want to say thank you to Mabasa05 for finding the time to be part of the show in the blue Tifu game. Who else was here? Vic was here, and the Maya for Nehe, as he likes to be called, is still here because he just typed something in the chat. And all of you in the chat, if I miss your name, apologies. I'm only human. See you guys next time. God bless us all. And cheers.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
In my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. lanes, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say.